Entry into paradise if and when? Allah's promise of heaven. Surah An-Nisa, the women, is the fourth chapter of the Quran, and verse 31 reads: If you avoid the major sins which you are forbidden from doing, including unlawful sexual intercourse, unlawful killing of a human, and stealing, we will remove from you your lesser sins and admit you to a noble entrance into paradise. This verse emphasizes the importance of avoiding major or grave sins. It assures believers that if they refrain from major sins, Allah will forgive their minor sins and grant them entry into heaven. It highlights the concept of sin in Islam, distinguishing between major sins, al-kabira, and minor sins, as-sagira. Major sins are those offenses that are explicitly forbidden in Islamic teachings and carry severe consequences, while minor sins are those of lesser gravity. The verse underscores the mercy and forgiveness of Allah, who promises to forgive the minor sins of those who avoid major sins. The phrase noble entrance into paradise signifies an honorable and dignified reception in the afterlife for those who adhere to the teachings of Allah and strive to avoid major sins. It reflects the ultimate reward for righteousness and obedience to Allah's commandments. Important lessons. Importance of avoiding major sins. Muslims are urged to abstain from major sins, as they carry significant moral and spiritual consequences. By avoiding major sins, believers uphold the principles of righteousness and obedience to Allah. Mercy and forgiveness of Allah. Despite human fallibility, Allah is compassionate and forgiving. The verse highlights Allah's willingness to forgive the sins of those who sincerely repent and strive to lead a righteous life. Hope and encouragement. The promise of forgiveness from Allah and entering to paradise who avoid major sins offers hope and encouragement to believers, motivating them to seek forgiveness and strive for moral excellence. It serves as a reminder that avoiding major sins can lead to redemption and spiritual elevation both in this life and in the hereafter. Accountability and responsibility. While Allah's mercy is boundless, believers are accountable for their actions. The verse emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and self-discipline in avoiding sinful behavior and avoiding major sins and seeking forgiveness. Overall, verse 31 of Surah An-Nisa underscores the principles of accountability, forgiveness, and moral responsibility in everyone's life. It encourages believers to strive for righteousness, avoid major sins, and seek Allah's forgiveness as a means of attaining spiritual purification and ultimately, entry into paradise.